All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the other side of the Wormhole, the Lost Thoughts of the But Why Though podcast. And today I'm with Adrian from the But Why Though podcast. I want to say hello, Adrian.
Hey, how's it going?
And
Back
today,
again.
yep. And what we're going to talk about today is episode 23, or as of today, June 30th, with this episode just released a few days ago, Transformers. And we have probably the best image right now of the newest one. Optimus Prime riding a dinosaur. Best part of that whole movie.
Yeah, I rewatched it the other day, and it was just so amazing to watch him ride Grimlock into like the city. So good. Like if you didn't like that movie with that scene alone, you have no soul, and you hate everything that is good in the world.
I just don't even. As far as the rest of the movie, it's whatever. I just like that part. That's the whole reason I even
Yeah,
watched
that
the
part is
sequel.
so good.
So yeah, but for those of you new to this wormhole stuff, this is live on Twitch TV. This will also be posted on our YouTube channel. We like to interact. We talk about all the stuff that we may have missed, some of the stuff that we missed, corrected, anything else like that. So today we're doing Transformers. So Adrian, if you want to say anything, because this was your episode, you love Transformers. Not that we don't like it, but this was yours.
No, yeah, I had fun doing it. It was definitely like one of more. I felt like it was one of our more like laid back episodes. Like
I
it
can say
almost
that.
felt like a BS corner almost.
I could definitely agree with that one.
So it was very relaxing. Probably not as much like but why those and pop culture references than Kate would have liked or is like used to. But I think it was a good break, good relaxing. Let's just talk about big robots punching each other for an hour.
Yeah, speaking of that, the but why those? I don't know thing, but any franchise that can last for 30 to 40 years, no matter what, they're successful for a reason. They've been around for a reason.
Yeah,
We've been part of groups on Facebook. There are people who literally just buy these toys and they love them. And it's just, we talked about it a little bit in the episode, just like the sales of toys. And obviously there's a reason that they're that popular. And whatnot.
yeah. That's why it was so crazy to talk about. 30 years of just complete dominance and just like being the only one of your kind. I know someone on Facebook brought up GoBots, but like GoBots lost out to Transformers and basically just became Transformers.
Yeah.
Because Transformers was just too big of a property to overcome.
Yeah, because I know we got on Facebook for feedback that we left it out, and I looked it up, what kind of you did, and they were like, obviously their own competing thing, as you said, but apparently, they went to so far as Hansborough just bought it from Tonka. They bought them out in 1991.
Yeah.
They actually,
Yeah, they just
they said, we don't even care.
bought them out and then just made them like a side thing.
Yeah, because it went from like, we're competing to like, nah, we'll just buy you. You're not worth this.
Yep.
They also brought up Robotech. Did you get a chance to look at it? I looked at it a little bit since these were a few things.
I watched the intro and it just seemed like piloted mech anime, which is fun. It's fine. I love piloted mech anime. Zoids is one of my favorite mech animes out there. I love Zoids when I was a kid, but it's just not the same as what we were talking about for sentient anime.
Yeah,
Robot anime.
The funny thing was, it was, I guess, one of the mech animes from I think it ran from 82 to 85 from what I looked up and saw. And to me, it literally looked like this is where they got Pacific Rim from. I know Pacific Rim, they came from the ocean, but, basically it was extraterrestrials that basically landed in, coincidentally, the South Pacific Islands area. And, they took that technology, built the giant mechs that happened to I guess it kind of turns into a little transformer because they were vehicles and they turned into fighting robots, at least from what I saw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's where you got the transformer. We could see where that. They still were mechs and pilot it, but it was like, oh, I have a spaceship or a jet, and then I transform it into a fighting battle robot. So it looked cool. It definitely an anime. You could tell it was dated, but to me, it just looked like this is where they got Pacific Rim from, honestly.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a fine show.
Yeah.
But just not the same vein as what we were talking about. That's probably why I didn't bring it up. I probably should have brought up GoBots, but it's kind of like a Beast Wars Dinobots thing where it's like different enough where it's not the same. You know what I mean? So
I'm told by
It's not as
chat.
popular.
I'm told by chat. Pacific Rim is why Robotech live action is now in development. Apparently.
That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see. Like I said, that was the first thing that came to my mind. So, I bet it'd be cool
I
to
want
watch.
live action Zoids. Did you ever watch Zoids?
I did not actually watch Zoids, unfortunately.
Zoids is dope.
Yeah. It's funny because GoBot did brought up, and I know we probably should have brought it up, but I think I told Kate when I started thinking about it, I was like, every time I've heard of GoBot, it's been like used as like detriment or like an insult.
Yeah, it's
I'm sure it didn't mean
they're
it.
the knockoff Transformers, basically.
Yeah. So, but it was, I guess, obviously they lost and probably should have brought it up, but yeah, well, it is what it is. That's why we have this, so we can say that, yeah, this is what we looked up and we learned some more. I learned about Robotech. I was actually more interested about Robotech than GoBots now. Like, I wouldn't mind watching some of that.
Probably rightfully so.
As chat says, GoBots is a derogatory term. I feel like the way it's portrayed, at least I think it's Robot Chicken that did a lot of it when they did a lot.
Yeah, Robot Chicken just rag on. there's like the specific one where like the guy likes GoBots more than Transformers or whatever.
Oh, those are great.
You put that in the show notes.
Yes.
Or like the YouTube description for this.
Yes. Damn GoBot. Yeah. So UK had a sister title. Did we talk about the sister title of the original? I think we did.
No, it's super small. It wasn't as big as like the American run, and it was just kind of different. It just wasn't as good.
Okay.
Worth a mention, but not, just for the simple fact that different kind of like areas kind of had their own comic.
Okay. So I know we mentioned some of it. I just wasn't sure how much we meant it. So yeah, I guess where did you enjoy from? Obviously, you said it was a very laid back thing. You did a great job with our history. We kind of went through. Besides, obviously, missing the GoBots. I mean, do you think we?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like history, there's a whole bunch. Like as like any toy companies do, they try to do different things. Like there's like the Generation 1 Transformers, which is the one that we're all familiar with, and there was like a Generation 2 one. And it didn't do very well, so like they just decided to use like spin-offs instead. And there's just been, hundreds of different variations of like the Transformers in toy form. Okay. And we would have just spent forever if we went through like, what worked and, how they went from using this mold to this mold and stuff. So I thought that would be kind of boring to talk about. So I kind of left all that stuff out. Yeah. Just hitting the big stuff.
That's true. So the new Transform movies, I believe we released this either right after it came out or right when it came out. Have you seen it yet now that it has been out yet?
Not yet. We'll probably go see it this weekend.
Okay. I
was kind of hoping, if listeners have been here since we were kind of ranting about Alamo Drafthouse, I was kind of hoping that they were going to go buy one, get one this week for Transformers, but it didn't happen. So we're probably just going to go early in the morning and hit the matinee for it.
That'd be pretty cool. So, unfortunately...
People are saying it's terrible. I mean, I guess Reddit is saying it's terrible, but I mean, come on, how bad can it be compared to like some of the other ones? Like, it can't be that bad.
Yeah, no, I know. Apparently, it made a lot less money than the last few as well.
Yeah,
which is a surprise. I guess that's what I was going to ask. Since this one unfortunately did terrible, like last one, do you think they're going to keep producing them? Because I know we talked about how they're going to keep going.
Yeah, they're. I don't think it'll stop. I mean, they're on slate for at least one more like main one, and they're trying to do like a Bumblebee offshoot, side thing.
So I just didn't know, like,
I don't think it'll go away.
I just didn't know, like, what is the point to where, how low can they go on review before they're like, okay, we can't make any more of these?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess reviews don't mean much as long as they're making money. I think it'd be more of a money thing.
Okay.
For them to stop. I mean, look at Fast and the Furious, like ratings. I'm pretty sure it's most of the movies are rotten, but they've made billions of dollars, so like they're not going anywhere.
I can't get myself to watch some of those. There will have another Wormhole eventually about this. That's one of the few episodes that I've not been able to go over. Hopefully you go with it since it was an episode we had done. I think it was episode 16.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds about right.
Yeah, no, that was actually, it seemed like a really good episode. So hopefully we get a chance to talk about that sometime.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit better franchise than Transformers in terms of money and ratings and stuff. So
yeah,
just no punchy robots, which is why I mentioned in the episode they need to combine those and have those two things together. It would probably save this franchise. I'm looking at like how much money they've made, and they've made nothing off of this movie. And I'm even like looking at movie times in my city, and it's kind of sad how little movie times there are. That was another thing that we haven't gone to go see it because all of the showings that we were able to go to were all like super late at night, and there weren't any kind of like in that peak time,
Right.
like that 6 to 8 time.
Mm-hmm.
They were all like super late or super early. So something's going on where it's they're losing traction somewhere.
Yeah. Because I know I had listened to the report about an NPR report about that they had not made enough money, and they were talking about what they were going to do from it if they were going to keep going. So
yeah,
we will probably eventually see it. I'm not gonna say I won't see it. Obviously, I will. It's Transformers. I've seen the other ones. Unfortunately, you get in that mode, or at least I do, where I'm like, I've seen 4 of them. I might as well go see 5 of them.
Yeah, you kind of have to. Yeah, so they've grossed $284 million, and their budget is $217 million, and that's obviously not including advertising, which there was a lot of. So they haven't gone positive yet, I don't think, on this movie. So
yeah, that could definitely hinder some of their things, which I guess makes a thing because they're not going to go positive. They don't end up going positive on this movie, and with the poor reviews, I wonder if they're going to, like, instead of just we're going to make punching robots, we're actually going to have a plot for the next movie.
Yeah, hopefully, because that would save a lot of this. Because the other ones have done pretty well. I mean, like I said, like in the episode, they've made close to $4 billion off of these movies. So something must have happened, and it can't. And it really, I don't think it can be like movie fatigue because we're on Fast and the Furious 8, and that made the money that it made. So it can't be like view fatigue. There has to be something in the movie that people are just like tired of seeing. Because I don't think anyone's tired of seeing punchy robots. They're probably just tired of it being focused on the humans and not punchy robots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because obviously I don't have cable TV, but even from like all the ads I saw from like for the Transformer movies, it was literally just like Mark Wahlberg and this other character and this other character. And I was like, I thought there were robots in this. What happened? At least from
well, that's the thing. Well, at least from like what I've seen. I mean, as you know, and as some of our listeners might know, like I don't watch trailers very often anymore, just because I think it ruins like the experience. But from the ones that I did see, all I saw was like Optimus being bad and then like punching Bumblebee. It's like if the movie's not about that, I'm gonna be upset. Like if it's all Mark Wahlberg and it's not whatever's going on with Optimus. It looked like Fast and the Furious 8 meets like that kind of like plot line of Vin Diesel going bad for this, and that's kind of what I want to see. But Fast and Furious 8 made $1.2 billion, and this has made not even 500 million yet. So we'll see what the difference is.
Fast and the Furious makes me think it's going to turn into like maybe Activision's going to try to buy the franchise so they can release a new movie every year.
Do it. I'm down. I'll watch it.
I feel like that's how it was.
In the seats.
The turnaround between 7 and 8 was just crazy, and I think they're even are they already almost starting on a 9?
I think this one. I think I'm not sure when the next one. I think the next one's until like 2019. I don't think.
Oh no, 2 years. Oh no.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a gap because this was supposed to be like the last, not like the last one, but it was supposed to be one of the last ones. But I think Vin Diesel The Rock came out and said they're going to like 11 or something like that.
Okay.
So
all I know is I know as much as I like Transformers, I don't know if I could do 11 Transformer movies at this rate with what they're doing with plots and stories.
No. Like I said, like in the episode, like it went from me seeing it every opening weekend to now it's like over a week later and I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean,
it has nothing to do with like the Transformers series and like the premise of Transformers being bad. It's just I'm kind of tired of just seeing humans and waiting 2 hours to see a punchy robot. Like I want to see Optimus Prime. I want to see the that word.
Yeah.
The intricacies. Kate's gonna kill me.
Don't worry, I live with it. Don't worry. It's on our episodes.
I can't. Like, I want to see the differences and like the struggles of the actual Transformers they have with each other. Not like, oh, the humans think I'm bad. Again, here comes the Decepticons.
They're there for some reason.
Give me something else.
And Kate,
intricacies. There we go.
Popping up in chat.
I couldn't get it out.
It's fine.
Like Matt said, can't pronounce it, but I know what the word means.
That's how I live. You learn, at least from my experience of being in science for the last like decade or so, as long as I know what I'm talking about and I can pronounce it however I want, it doesn't matter whether I say it correctly. We just make up our own words. It's a different language. So yeah. So after this episode, did you actually ever look up? I know Kate, I think, spent like 2 hours looking up Star Wars Transformers and other Transformers. Did you look up any toys?
Not yet, just because I looked them up going into the episode, but I didn't look at any prices.
I don't think you can.
And that's why I didn't go back and look at them again. Because if I went back and looked at them again, I'd be looking at prices and I'd be wanting to buy some. But I looked at the ones they had. That's why I wanted to bring them up to Kate, because I know Kate would go absolutely bananas especially for the Darth Vader Death Star one.
Yeah, no. Then she starts yelling at me like, "Why won't you pay $250 for a Darth Vader like Transformer?" I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Come on, you can have a Spider-Man one.
No, I would. I could. That's like almost. I can buy an Xbox for the price of this damn Transformer. Xbox Transformer toy that I probably wouldn't even be worth taking out of the box to play with.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, I see people all the time though on Facebook and other things. They love making, which I'm not gonna lie, they are kind of funny watching when people do the little when they take the Transformer toys and play with them and like make a little like movie out of them. And
hey man, the Spider-Man ones aren't bad. You can go get one for like $25 for Spider-Man.
That's not too bad. Of course, Kate's just high maintenance and has to get the $250 one.
You can definitely go get you a nice Spider-Man.
Yeah. Which, if anybody watches this before the following week in July, we will have a Spider-Man episode being released. Which I believe we also released on our website. I think updated. Kate and I updated where she kind of have an upcoming schedule, so people can kind of get a little hyped and kind of looking at the schedule of like, hey, these are the next 3 episodes. This is what we have coming up as well.
Ooh, except for the helicopter one. That one's like $300. You don't want that one.
See, exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Why would you pay $300? Is it like? Does it at least fly? Is it like a drone? I might be tempted if it's a drone.
I doubt it. This came out in like early 2000s. I doubt these cheap toys were.
So I can go buy a drone that I can hook my phone up to and live stream on all over the place, flying a drone around. Of course, some dude with a shotgun might shoot it down, thinking the government's trying to find them. But a toy that does pretty much absolutely nothing but transforms into a helicopter, $300.
You're gonna tell me right now, if you didn't have disposable money and it didn't affect anything in your day-to-day life, you wouldn't buy a Spider-Man Transformers?
No, well, if it could fly, if they turn it into a drone and I could transform it like a drone and fly it, I would totally be down. I would do that. Yeah. So speaking of toys, because I mentioned in chat, do they have a Lego set for Transformers? I'm assuming they do.
I'm sure it's somewhere, probably.
I know Lego.
Like they have Lego everything.
Yeah. No.
I don't know how big it is because like, aren't they like competing companies in like the toy world?
Yeah, but I didn't know if like Lego would being its own. I didn't know if they actually sold like the same exact thing. So I think for Hasbro, they're the ones that do board games, don't they? For the most part.
No, they do My Little Pony. Remember, there's a My Little Pony movie coming out.
Oh, I know.
And now that like everything's basically Disney now, I'm sure.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure there'll be more crossover stuff there.
That's true.
Because Disney basically owns the world now.
Yeah. I'm told they do have a Lego Transformer set. Best toy ever, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, would you rather have that or a Darth Vader Death Star Transformer?
Do I get to make it? Best part about Legos is making the stuff. And then watching an idiot dog or some small child break it, and then you hate your life and want to beat them with it. That's about it.
I know when me and Fine first started dating, they had like the giant Death Star thing in like the Lego store.
Yeah.
For like $400. I want that thing so bad.
See this one you and Kate just need to stay away from each other and away from stores.
Oh, I want it so bad. It looks so cool.
This is why we can't go to the Lego store anymore, because Kate she turns into like a 4-year-old child, just like starts yelling at me. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Come on.
I want it. I'm hoping one day she'll get it for me. One day.
No. So we talked about Dinobots. We didn't really mention much. We mentioned that it was there, but we didn't talk about it a lot. Do you know a lot about Dinobots? I'm assuming this is cool. I don't know why. For some reason, I knew it, but I have not actually seen a lot about Dinobots.
I mean, just from what because they had like some crossover stuff with one of the original series, like the Transformers. I think it was Robots in Disguise. I think they had Dinobots in it.
Okay.
And that's basically like the extent of like what I knew about Dinobots. Like when they had them in this last, not I guess the second together movie,
Extinction.
Age of Extinction.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, that's why I was so hyped for it because I remember like Grimlock and Spine something. Like I remember them being in that. All right, I want to see Optimus ride Grimlock, who's the T-Rex.
So they actually do crossover in the thing. See, it's funny things when I saw that, I didn't even think of Dinobots. First thing I thought was they're taking Beast Wars, which I don't even remember if there even was a dinosaur in Beast Wars. But it's the first thing that came to my mind. But yeah, apparently Dinobots would be a lot better.
Yeah, I don't watch no Beast Wars.
You got to. Beast is isn't that cheesy? That looks like I'm playing on a Nintendo 64 animation.
Oh, it's so bad. It is absolutely terrible, actually.
I know. So, let's see. Giant robots. I guess we talked about the Sentinel mech. Mecha anime popular. I guess that was in there. Gigantor. We talked about a lot in this. Besides going into deep history, I felt like we hit quite a bit in this episode for the most part, for relatively good, for being such a large thing.
Yeah. I thought it was, that was pretty good for the time we had, so.
So besides, okay, I guess another thing is, so you obviously, you like them movies for what they are, and we kind of remember if we mentioned so much in the comic, versus like as the old TV shows and comic books. So I guess what makes you like the movies, even though they're completely different? Whereas I know some people that are like TV series and comics, they like refuse or just hate the movie. I guess what makes you be able to get past that? I guess
I think just being able to see that on the big screen, like seeing Optimus Prime, seeing Starscream and all these like characters that I watched when I was little, like in multiple facets and like editions, and then seeing them live. It's one of the like main reasons why I hate that Hot Shot's not on the big screen, because Hot Shot was my favorite when I was a kid.
Okay.
Just being able to see it up there. But I am like of the mindset, and I do understand why people are upset that it's not what it should be. Like it should be more of the Transformers, because like they should have done that, or they should do, like, if they're going to do this right, they should do like a prequel thing, and all these stupid flashbacks that they do to like for plot devices, they should just do a prequel movie and then just give us just Transformers with no human interaction or whatever. If you want to put in like the creators and stuff and have them in there and stuff, that's cool too, but having just just Transformers movie, I think would bring some of those people who don't like where like the series is going, like back into the series.
Okay. Yeah, because like I said, I hear people all the time like, I hate the movies and whatnot, and they just refuse to even watch them. I don't even know if there's a series that I'm like that compared to like the TV show or whatnot. I kind of get it, but I knew you were able to get past it, so I was wondering. Because obviously I watched a little bit, but I definitely wasn't as big into it as you.
Yeah. It's just more so just looking at it as a summer blockbuster, I think is a big thing. Like you're not going to get, this isn't going to be Logan,
Yeah. Speaking of which,
it could be if it was done correctly, but it's just not Michael Bay's thing anymore. Like I said in the episode, like this isn't Michael Bay doing The Rock. This is Michael Bay doing a summer blockbuster, explosion movie.
Ruining Ninja Turtles along the way.
Yeah, the second one was pretty bad. I was hopeful because I think they set up a good universe, but
I love the Ninja Turtles growing up. That's in my wheelhouse. They're like definitely one of my favorite cartoons that I watched in the movies and whatnot, and so disappointing.
Yeah, we need a Ninja Turtles episode. I love Ninja Turtles. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja. I love that movie, man. It's one of my favorite movies.
Which ones?
The original movies,
Well, oh, okay.
like the live action ones.
Okay, I thought you said like movie. I didn't know which one of the original ones that you were talking about.
The first and the second one, not the
Yeah,
one where they go back in time to Japan.
yeah,
I didn't like that one.
that one's a little weird. It's kind of hard to get out. I actually watched the TV series. They have actually a season. They had one on Netflix of like it was like a like a live action TV series off that, and they introduced like a female turtle and stuff.
Yeah, the pink one.
No, the teal one.
Was it teal?
Yeah, it was teal.
I know which one you're talking about though. I remember like there being a girl Ninja Turtle. I just didn't remember if it was like. It was definitely a more feminine color than I can remember.
Yeah, no, she's been, and I just know it was. I guess I tried watching it, but it wasn't. I could see why it only had one season. I tried, and it just definitely didn't have that thing like what the movies had for sure. Oh, but that's what I want to ask. So obviously, Americans love the Transformers, or they have for producing this stuff, and obviously some people hate the movies per se, or the movies compared to the comics. And this is the American Japanese type thing. How does it actually do overseas? I guess in that Japanese region as well, if you happen to know.
I'm pretty sure they loved it
The
because
movie?
it stays like American, or the movie,
Yeah, like the movies.
or like the movies.
The movies set.
Oh, I'm not sure. I would have to like look up what their international numbers look like.
Yeah, so I didn't know if they treat it the same way as like a lot of American do, I guess per se, where the old school of like I hate these movies because of that, and I didn't know if that's how they were as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they just like big explosions too.
I think they do,
but I'm not sure. I'm really not.
Obviously,
I'd have to like look into the numbers and stuff.
Yeah, obviously they love their mechs and they love their big robots.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah.
Real question: would you ever cosplay a Transformer?
I don't have near the motivation or time to do that.
Well, what about what about the fancy one or the awesome ones? I'm gonna put cardboard boxes all over me.
That'd be fun, but after watching Stefani go through an entire day of being dressed up, I don't know if I would ever try to do something like that would stick out, and just because that's a lot of work.
Yeah, no, definitely. Speaking of which, do you have an idea when she's cosplaying again, making a new thing?
I don't know. She'll probably pick up something for like Las Cruces Con in August, probably.
Okay.
It's probably the next thing that she's gonna do.
Cool.
She wants to do Mantis.
Yes, I remember her saying Mantis. I just didn't know when she was gonna pick it up. But not. Is she gonna have any cool visual effects like with lights?
Yeah, she wants to do like the antenna things. She wants them like to move and like light up and stuff.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd definitely be pretty cool.
That's her next big play.
Cool. So I've seen a lot of them with lights, and I didn't know how. I know Quinn's newest one has like her entire face like lights up with wiring and everything, even though she's blind. Guys, I can move, but I can't see anymore. Like, you're killing me here. Wearing me out. I know we talked about a lot in this episode. Was there anything you felt we needed to move on, or anything you wanted to mention?
No, Transformers is kind of what it is, man. It's just a company, or like it's a part of Hasbro that's just been around forever.
Yeah.
And like I said in the episode, I don't think it's going anywhere. Like there's probably going to be a reboot of this in 10 to 15 years once, our generation of people start having kids who are old enough to appreciate Transformers.
Yeah. See, that's what I was going to ask you.
Or even like kids who are growing up on this Transformers. Yeah. So I don't think it's going anywhere.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask you. I was like, did you think it was going to be able to, especially with the way the movies keep somehow progressing worse and worse, if they were going to be able to make it and keep it around longevity-wise? Because I don't know how many.
Yeah, they'll reboot it one day.
Oh yeah, they do.
And the way animation is going, it'll be amazing, and people will flock in drones to see it.
Probably, that'd be pretty cool. Sadly at this point, I'm kind of waiting for that.
Yeah, that's why me and Kate were so hyped for the crossovers. Do crossovers? People would flock to see The Rock in two different roles of G.I. Joe and Hobbs from Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, I'm down to see G.I. Joe.
In the Transformers movies.
Give me a G.I. Joe reboot. I'm sorry, the second one was I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else you can think of for this episode? Thought this was a good one.
No, that's it for me.
Okay.
I don't got much.
All right, cool. So I think Kate said we had an announcement. Do you know exactly what it was?
No.
Okay.
She's there with you. Well, you
Yeah,
can ask
no.
her.
Oh, I said she thinks so. Let me check it out. What we had, because she wanted me to announce anything if they make it. So we apparently just launched a Patreon for us that she will put in the YouTube description for anybody that cares.
Sounds good.
To support the show or anything we can do, because we love doing this. We hope people enjoy listening to us, and if not, we're still gonna do this because it's fun. I enjoy it, and I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, but that'll be there. And anyways, so we'll go ahead and wrap this up for this episode of episode 23, Transformers Matters, for the But Why Though, the podcast and whatnot. As always, you can find us to listen to any of these episodes and full content either on our YouTube channel, iTunes. Please rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. It helps people find us as well, just the way you guys did. On Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn. I'm just going to keep making this a running joke with Kate. I'll just name all of them I can. But anyways, also if you want to be involved, like want some feedback, or if we missed something, like as one of our viewers told us on Facebook, we were glad we talked about it on the show, let us know, and we can talk about it in here. You can find us on our social media networks at But Why Though PC on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And Adrian, for those of us that apparently cannot see your name at the bottom, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Superreese93, SUPERRUIZ 93.
And you can find me also on Twitter at DATM18, DATTM18, and then obviously both of us on our website at butwhythoughpodcast.com and YouTube channel. So that's a good wrap. I guess, what was it? Don't be a GoBot? Or I guess we can roll out?
Don't be a GoBot. Jesus. Bye-bye.
Bye.